So my mom will be 84 in July 6th. And I was thinking Friday morning that my mom will have survived my father for 9 years on her own next month. May 15th was when my father passed. And so speaking of which, I talked about this with my mom in a matter-of-frankly manner that Dad was incredibly lucky to pass away the way he did. If you can even say that, because in his case, my dad died of complications from pneumonia, but due to pulmonary fibrosis, just stuff he inhaled over the course of his life, just basically lined his lungs, and he got pneumonia. He was fine with that, but then he got pneumonia, and it basically wiped out all of his lungs. And I think when he passed, he had less than 15% of his lung capacity. And it started from pneumonia, going to the hospital. My sister Loretta taking him to the hospital. I think a Friday night. Betsy and I and Nate happened to be just landed in Florida, Miami, for a little mini vacation. And Loretta told me, "Hey, don't worry, Dad's got pneumonia, but I thought it'd be a good idea to go to the hospital." And gonna get back home, I guess, the Monday or Tuesday, and I saw him, and that Wednesday was the last time I got to actually communicate with him, because after that he passed away the following week. And but the interesting thing was not an interesting thing, but the beautiful thing was he literally passed with all of his family surrounding. And I'd say to my mom that Dad was really lucky. So I joke with my mom that Dad was really lucky, and we should all be so lucky to have that experience. So I don't know if I'll be there. Now, this is getting really morbid, but I don't know if I'll be there right when my mom passes. I don't know, but I think in her case, it's going to be one of these things where it's a managed end, probably a little bit longer than my father's, but there's a silver lining to that. But I don't want to see her waste away. So, but again, it's a blessing to be able to say goodbye for the last time. And I hope I get that opportunity twice for both my parents. Yeah, sorry, but for the downer. So today, I was planning on going to being in the hospital right now, but we're trying to work in shifts with my siblings, and I'm gonna go this afternoon at 2. So I'll get in a workout, and frankly, the workout is the only thing that's a good distraction for me right now. And then I'm going to go and spend the night with my mom from 2 p.m. until the morning, and then figure out when she's going to get her next little surgery, which is a drain to be inserted into her pancreas to help drain some of the bile. It's basically going to have a colostomy bag that drains the bile. Sorry about the TMI. But And then hopefully we'll talk to an oncologist about what just the initial game plan is. We're supposed to talk to the official oncologist sometime this week. Honestly, we need to wait for the biopsy results to come in. But, again, like I mentioned before, I'm grateful for anyone who's being honest with us and not giving us false hope. And anyone that's watching this, or anyone that thinks like, well, you need to be positive. I appreciate the positive messages, but you also have to be realistic, and not setting up false expectations. My mom's 84, and she will be 84. And that's a great run. She's lived a full life. She's managed to thrive with the passing of her husband. In a whole new environment, live in a great place, be surrounded by family all the time. And what more could you ask for? I'm not definitely asking for much more than that. And she's got her family all around her right now. So that's a great thing. And so that's the plan. Hopefully Wednesday, Thursday, we get the official biopsy report, and then we can get a game plan on how much surgery is necessary, if it's even worth it, or what chances are it is, just because of how large the masses are, and then the chemo options and all the fun stuff that goes along with dealing with cancer. So that's the game plan. I don't know. It's just kind of being there. It's one of these things where that's distracting in itself, because there's just a lot of stuff going on. Someone's always coming into the room, which is a good thing, checking on my mom. And so actually I didn't get to think about it too much, because also, as first around, my sister was there the whole time, almost the whole time I was there. And it's kind of a good thing to not think about it too much, but because there's going to be a lot of thinking about it all. Anyway, thanks for watching.
My sister Loretta is at the hospital with my mom, and the oncologist who's assigned to her on mom's case just met with them and gave my mom and my sister the very honest, which I appreciate again, news that my mom has 6 months to live. And another 6 if she does chemo. That's just delaying the inevitable, which I don't think she's gonna want. And my mom doesn't speak much English, only Cantonese. And they have at Adventist Hospital in Shady Grove, they have an amazing tele-interpreter system, and I'm assuming that the oncologist spoke to my mom via the interpreter, and it wasn't until right before I left last night, I explained to my mom what the procedure she was going to have on Monday to drain the bile from her pancreas. But more importantly, I explained to her why she needed that. It's because she had a tumor, and it was probably cancer. And my mom I don't think she quite understood how serious it was, but it wasn't until now that Loretta told me that my mom finally understood how grave her condition is. And, obviously she was sad, and she wanted to speak to my other sister, Florence, who lives in Houston, and who she said she wants to see. And she spoke to Flo on the phone. And, but it's just one of these things, like, how do you process finding out that you have 6 months to live, And, and Loretta told me that mom eventually kind of, she was sad, but then, knew that she was in a good place. More importantly, her children were in a good place, and she doesn't have to worry. So it's I'm making some food for my mom, because at this point she can eat whatever she wants, and I'm going to do my workout because it's a beautiful day outside. It's a beautiful day to get bad news, and my mom, like I said, she's healthy, not in any pain. She was asymptomatic going into this. And, just being in the hospital just makes you just tired and weak. And so her doctor, primary care doctor, her doctor, Dr. Singh, told her just for us to make sure she walks, not to stay in bed. Because, it just increases your chances of getting blood clots and all kinds of stuff from just being sedentary. And that just goes with everyone, that you need to get out and move. And so speaking of which, I'm dressed up because I'm going to go do my workout in this beautiful weather. Try not to think about it for an hour. And then while my food's cooking for my mom. And then I'm going to go see my mom. Thanks for watching.